So my name is Zabrina Whitman. I'm from Glooscap First Nation, and I am the project lead for the creation or the capital build of the Resiliency Centre. There's one person in particular who really championed the idea in the beginning. This would have been Zabrina Whitman. And she attended an AGA for the Native Women's Association of Canada in Ottawa. And they talked about resiliency centres and having resiliency centres in every province or territory. And Lorraine was very excited by this and came back to Nova Scotia and said, okay, I want to be the first.
What's the mission?
The purpose of a resiliency centre is to showcase the resilience of our societies and especially our women, but also to have a space that supports healing, starting with women, our two-spirited community, their children, and families overall. The start of the project really was focused on engagement and hearing what was a priority for board members, Mi'kmaq women, but also Indigenous women. To also have conversations with Mi'kmaq organizations so we don't duplicate services, to determine how can we create a center that meets our needs. This is the cedar room, which is our space that our medicines are in. You can have healing circles, talking circles. This is our full teaching kitchen. So you can make baby food here. We have bibs here. There's high chairs here because it's about family. And so the outdoor kitchen obviously connects directly to the indoor kitchen. And then this is our dance circle. So if they want to have any organizational powwows or ceremony, they can have it right here. Culturally, Nidumalik was an important aspect of the project. So how do we ensure sustainability? How do we support local, create the least amount of harm? So we created a building that's passively survivable in net zero. How do we support moms in their healing? How can we incorporate kids to get the skills that they need, but also to support, like I said, moms in their healing journey. This room that the ladies are in is just our family room, so you can have counseling in here, but you can also have family sessions if kids are in care. And then this is our kind of play space or daycare space for the kids. So we wanted to have Mi'kmaq language in here. We have even more posters that can go up. We didn't want to paint the room because we were advised for kids with sensory issues. Yeah. You don't want to have it overwhelming. So we really tried to pick, even in the palette in the space, calm and comforting. So a lot of clients that NSNWA works with are fleeing domestic violence. We know MMIWG, Missing Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls, is a file that Nova Scotia Native women hold. So how can we create a space that women can come into for programming and supports, but they might be fleeing a domestic violence situation. So how do we make sure that they know that they're coming to a place where they will be okay, or if someone comes after them, say their partner, that they're still safe in that space. So all of these layers have been incorporated into it. To get into spaces, you need codes, but the big thing is to get into the programming spaces. Because again, if a woman is fleeing domestic violence, she's in here for programming, you can't get in and get her. So the entry was all about, again, safety and security. So we wanted a big entryway, open doors full of glass, so if you're in here, you can see who's coming. The entire building is basically wrapped in cedar inside and out because of the medicinal and healing side of cedar. All throughout the building, you'll see, well, not in here, but in the hallways, are skylights for natural light so that there's always natural light all throughout. This has been a labor of love for me from the very beginning, and I think especially when I heard board members walking around today and getting excited by this space, it made me emotional because this is the reason why I worked on this project, was for my mom and for the women in this province. So to know that they're proud of this, that makes me even prouder.